So I got dealt another knuckleball. That's okay. I'll knock it out of the park too. I've been crying most of the night, and I'll explain why. We got football to talk about. We got sports to talk about. Let's go.
On your mark, get set. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Kevin Durant, you should have left California.
This Bronxsexual upset me in having to bring this teenage idiot from Wisconsin into a sports conversation. Are you really surprised the Cowboys are giving up on Ezekiel Elliott?
Whoa. Hell no. Well, no one cares about baseball.
Bitch, are you for real?
Oh, yeah! Time to attack this doggone thing. Good morning. Welcome to the Taco Tuesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. We are presented by BetUS.com as well as Invader Coffee. All right. It's 9 after the hour. Sorry I'm late. But I'm going to get to this, and I'm going to use the next couple of minutes, if you all will allow me, to address something that was addressed to me. I have stage 3 kidney failure. Found that out yesterday. It's not as bad as the sucker punch I got when I found out I had pancreatic cancer, but it still knocked me for a loop. And I kind of knew I would say this on air this morning. I wrote a post about it on YouTube. My wife was the first one to post on Facebook yesterday, and I got a lot of people praying for us, and I appreciate you guys. But sometimes, and I have to be totally real, I got real depressed. Because when it seems like I cleared one hurdle physically and we cleared a hurdle emotionally, this happens. And it's like, you know what? What the blank do I have to do? I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to do. Low sodium diet, more exercise, gonna work a lot more, spend more time with my kids and my grandkids and my wife and everybody. And hopefully doing all that, I won't cry as much or feel like I'm tired of being sucker punched. Okay. Now I'm going to punch back. I punched back when I got pancreatic cancer. I'm going to punch back again. It just seems like the enemy is trying to take me away from my family, and I'm not going to have it. I'm not having this. It took me so long to find Jody, It took me so long to get to know my children and my grandchildren, and I'm not having this. Whatever the heck I got to do to get this down to stage 1, I will do. This is just one of the reasons why I am pushing as hard as I can to make this what I do, my lifeblood, and to have it help my family at the same time. I know I'm going to be seeking a lot of sponsors, but I'm also seeking help, if y'all can, with the Snowman Stadium tour, because a part of this, a chunk of whatever we bring in, I want to donate to cancer research, and I want to bring in a ton of money to help my family and to help those who are fighting cancer right now, because it is something very special to me. It is something very dear to me, because colon cancer took my mom out and prostate cancer took my dad out. Now, I know there's a lot of people that's dealing with different ailments right now, but this is something that's very dear to me since I've been in the fight. I'm still in the fight, and I'm going to stay in the fight. And this is a fight that's going to be finished. I promise y'all, this is a fight that's going to be finished. Do me a favor, for those of you watching, and hit this address, and let's get the party started. Let's get the tour started. Because there's so much that I want my family to see. There are so many cities I want my family to see. And there's so much that I want to do. There's so much I want to do for the cancer community. And I want to let everyone know, a la Jim Valvano, don't give up. Don't ever give up. I have to be true with y'all that the thought crossed my mind, but then I was able to get some sleep. I was able to relax. The sleep came off and on, but it happened. Now, I've been telling my friends this morning I didn't sleep well, and for the most part, I didn't. But when I did, it felt good. Don't ever give up your fight, okay? Ever. It ain't worth it. Giving up is not an option. Not for me and not for anyone I come in contact with. Let me pause before I start crying again. I'll welcome the Playmaker when you all get back. And thank you.
Everything Boston. I love you morons. New Kids on the Block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason Whitlock.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
And ever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Ready to hang with some fellas who know football? Let's ride. LC Muscles 28.
I think they're the most overrated defense in the league.
Steel Sermon.
We did not trail for a single second.
Tiny Tim.
McCarthy is a bonehead.
A Pizzle 90.
I'm going with my boys. Fins up, baby.
Get ready for the 4 Horsemen of Pelicans. Every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central on YouTube.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Welcome back to Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson, the Taco Tuesday edition. And there's someone that's going to break down the wild card weekend with me and set up the divisional round with me. Who is he? You know him by this.
Now, forgive me not knowing the brother. You got your mic, but I don't know who the hell you are. It's like you're in the broadcasting witness protection program.
You know what time it is. It's Tuesday, and it's the Playmaker. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good. They need to rename Tuesdays. You can't have tacos.
Huh?
You can't eat tacos, so it can't be Taco Tuesday no more.
Why not?
It gotta be something else. You can't eat tacos.
There's a lot that I can't eat right now given my condition, but the heck with it. I'll still call it Taco Tuesday. All right. I'm going to open with a statement, and I'm going to let the Playmaker take it from there. For this wild card weekend, I saw 3 teams that flat out absolutely quit. The Cowboys, the Eagles, and the Dolphins. They all quit.
Okay, so you said the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the Dolphins. Okay, we're going to take the Dolphins out because we already knew what that was going to be about.
They still quit. No. Back up. They still quit. You get to the playoffs, even though you choked the division. Well, I got a lot more to say on the Dolphins. Go ahead, Playmaker. I retract. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Dolphins out because we knew what that was going to be. It went exactly as we thought, so take the Dolphins out. Okay?
It did.
There's nothing surprising about the Dolphins.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
They left 70-degree weather and went to -degree weather.
They went to -7-degree weather.
That's a big difference.
What we think was going to happen? Exactly what we thought was going to happen.
That's a big difference. 70-degree weather. Okay. It is 45 degrees right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We're talking in the 70s in Miami. The 70s. And it's winter. They went to Kansas City when it was below 0.
They flew into below 0 weather.
We knew what was going to happen.
True.
That's why this cold wasn't run up like it was, okay? It just Kansas City only scored 26 points, okay?
Yep.
You understand that. So Dolphins, we'll see y'all next year.
I love how you just shove them out the door.
Now we have the NFC East.
You want to put an L in front of that?
I knew what was going to happen to Philly as soon as I heard AJ Brown wasn't playing. Yep.
I knew what was going to happen to Philly. Wait a minute. I knew what was going to happen to Philly when they lost to Buffalo. When they beat Buffalo in overtime. I take that back. I knew what was going to happen to Philly when they got their Cheyenne, Sonia, Dakota, Sam, Carmen, and Jody. Forgive me in advance. I already put a quarter in the swear jar. When they got their ass kicked by San Francisco.
But they were playing the Bucks, so you don't know what kind of Bucks team you was gonna get.
Well, I know.
And then AJ Brown went playing. I was like, okay, now I can pin in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers now. I can pin them in.
I knew the Bucks were going to win by double digits because of the collapse that Philadelphia went through.
I'll address Ryan in a minute.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Then that leaves
the Dallas Cowgirls. I'll say it for you. The Dallas Cowgirls. Dang nabbit.
Oh man. How's Victor doing? First and foremost,
I talked with him last night.
How's he doing?
He's not doing too good.
He's not.
Well, actually, I take that back. He is okay. He's just afraid of the. Well, let me just say it the way he said it to me. After the final gun and after triple zeros, he set his stopwatch in motion. And in 5.6 seconds, I believe the quote that came in was, quote, Jordan Love got lucky. We got him next year. Close quote. And since this is going to be a Cowboy roast fest, we may as well just take it all the way. Glasses on here. The Cowboy, I will open this statement. I will open with this statement and allow the Playmaker to take it from there. The Cowboys quit. They absolutely flat out 100% quit.
Can you give me that quote again? I need that quote again.
Okay.
I'll make sure.
The quote was. Let me make sure. I want to read this right. I want to read this absolutely correct. The 5.6 second quote that came in was as follows. Quote. Jordan Love got lucky. We got him next year. And if my mouse will act right. Close quote.
Okay.
And I will say this with unrelenting glee. Playmaker, the floor is yours.
Jordan Love got lucky. Jordan Love got lucky. Oh, if I remember correctly,
Yes, sir.
Who was the team that won 16 straight at AT&T Stadium?
That would be the Cowboys.
Who was the team that was blowing teams out at AT&T Stadium?
That would be the Cowboys.
Where was the game being played at on Sunday?
AT&T Stadium.
How much coverage did people give the Dallas Cowboys going into that game?
80 out of 120 minutes on an average per day.
Love got lucky. 16 for 21.
Yep.
272 yards. 3 touchdowns. No interceptions.
That ain't luck.
No sacks.
No sacks.
A 99.3 quarterback rating.
Mm-hmm.
An overall rating of 157.2.
Keep going.
and he's the lucky one.
According to them, yeah.
He's the lucky one.
According to them.
What? I mean, hold on. Hold on. Let me see here.
Yes, sir.
Deron Bland played. He had 5 tackles. Stephon Gilmore played. He had 4 tackles. He had 5 total tackles, but 4 solo tackles.
Yeah. Yep.
DeMarcus Lawrence played.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Hankins played.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Parsons played.
Michael Parsons was held in check.
But Jordan Love got lucky? But Jordan Love, what?
Folks, I'll offer my comment after Playmaker gets done. I'll offer my comments, but this is Playmaker's
played. Dak Prescott, 41 for 60, 3 touchdowns and 2 picks. Sack.
Back up. I've already. I went through the stats yesterday, but how many times did he throw the ball? Did you say
60? Yeah, 41 out of 60.
60 times.
Yes, he threw the ball damn near 3 more times as Jordan Love did.
He sure did. 60 times. I have not seen that number in terms of passing against the team minus a running game since 1995. Why do I bring up 1995? Well, the same Packers knocked out Steve Young and the 49ers, who were the number 2 seed, and they forced Steve Young to throw the ball 65 times. But when you don't have a dependable running game, have I not said this all year? When you don't have a dependable running game, have I not said that all year?
Aaron Jones, 21 carries, the same amount of carries as Jordan Love do passes.
Yep.
118 yards, 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns.
Tony Pollard, 15 carries, 56 yards and a touchdown.
118 to 56. Can I laugh now?
But Jordan Love. If I recall, didn't the Green Bay Packers defense look terrible against Tommy DeVito and Bryce Young?
Yeah.
They look terrible in those games.
Do you want me to fire up the seat, or are you waiting?
I'm confused right now because that you said just confuses me.
How so, sir?
Jordan Love got lucky.
Okay, like I said, how does it confuse you, sir?
If I remember correctly, which team had to win in Week 18 to get into the playoffs?
That will be the Green Bay Packers.
Did I miss where the Packers had to win to get in? And if they didn't, Seattle would have got in? Did I miss that part?
No, none of us did. None of us none of us rational thinking football fans didn't miss that at all.
Did I miss the part when everybody said if Cowboys get home field, that's a done deal? Did I miss that part?
Yeah, I heard that too.
I heard that too. Who was the number 2 seed tonight? Who was the number 2 seed in the NFC?
The number 2 seed, I believe, were the Dallas Cowboys. I'm sorry.
If they're the number 2 seed, that's literally 2 home playoff games.
Supposedly, yeah.
Wild card division round, and then if somehow the number 1 seed get upset, that's 3. Green Bay fought their way in.
Scratch.
Cowboys took the NFC from the other team who collapsed.
Yep. And we'll get to them later.
And yet, the game was in AT&T Stadium, where the Cowboys was blowing everybody else out.
Yes.
All big being the Giants,
the
Jets,
the
Patriots,
the
Rams,
yes, sir,
the Eagles.
Those
are the teams I really said they snuck by the Lions. I'm being generous on that one.
Yeah, and you're being quite generous with that. You're being quite generous with that because that was a Detroit victory.
But you telling me
that was a Detroit victory.
But y'all telling me a guy who had pressure on him because Green Bay said, A-Rod, we are grateful for the years that you gave us, but we think Jordan Love is ready. A lot of people outside of Green Bay was not too pleased with that.
No, they weren't.
His first playoff game is going against a team that was undefeated at home.
Yep.
Now you want to push the button.
Oh. Do I get to fire it up now?
Yes.
Here we go. Now, Cook.
8-0 at home. Scoring damn near 40 points every game at home. Blowing everybody out. Except for Detroit.
Except for Detroit, yes.
A first-year starter. Not a rookie, but a first-year starter in Jordan Love.
Yep. Yep.
Snipping his first playoff game and is just against the big bad Cowboys in Jerry's world, a $1 billion playpen. You got some coverage on that because it's the Cowboys, America's team. But most of the coverage was pretty spread out with the game of the week being in Detroit for obvious reasons.
Yes.
And by the way, it showed why it was the game of the week, by the way, just to throw that in there.
My thoughts later. Go on.
But yet.
Yes, sir.
Forget the stats. I'm gonna give me. I want to be play by play. Let's go.
Go for it. Go for it, man.
Cal, look, this is the crazy thing. Green Bay won the toss. You know what Green Bay said?
We want the ball.
Give us the ball.
We want the ball. Green Bay said we want the ball.
Yeah, I want the ball.
Which to me was the funniest thing about the game. What? Green Bay won the toss, and they said we want the ball.
Give us the ball. Mike LaFleur said, "Give us the ball. Give us the ball." We'll take the ball.
Matt LaFleur said, "We want the ball."
12 plays, 75 yards, a touchdown in 7 minutes and 52 seconds.
Wait. Hold up. I gotta get a sound up here. Because there's something that I have to add to this. But while I'm getting the soundboard ready, would you please repeat that Ford scoring drive? That Ford Motor scoring drive, please.
12 plays, 75 yards, 7 minutes and 52 seconds, touchdown Packers.
And in essence, a
Tiger uppercut
to the Cowboys' hopes.
They took more than half the quarter from them.
Half the quarter. Absolutely.
Cowboys get the ball. 6 plays, 27 yards. We got a punt. Green Bay gets the ball back. They pretty much matched the Cowboys. 6 plays, 28 yards. Got a punt. Cowboys get the ball back. 3 plays, 5 yards. Interception. Oops. Packers, 3 plays, 19 yards. Touchdown. 14-0 Packers. Cowboys get the ball back. Guess what they do? They punt out the 9 plays. Green Bay gets the ball. 10 plays, 93 yards. Touchdown Packers. They missed the extra point. It's 20-0.
20-0.
And we still in the first quarter, by the way. I mean, no, we're in the second quarter right here. We're in the second quarter.
Victor's here, and he says, "I'm ready for the second beating."
I mean, you took another beating. The Cowboys did. The Cowboys actually. The simple fact that somebody he said Snowman gave me the quote that you heard from, or you read or heard.
Yes.
Yes. This is why I'm going off like this. And here's the kicker to say the game was over. After the Packers went up 20-0.
Now,
albeit nobody's there yet. Because it is 20-0, and we know the Cowboys can explode at home.
20-0, and they can score at home. Yes, both true. Both points are true.
We get to second and 2 from the Green Bay 40.
Did y'all say second and 2?
Second and 2. At the Green Bay 40. 1 minute and 50 left before the half.
Yep.
Cowboys are marching on. They get back in the game. That Prescott's in shotgun. He drops back. He looks to the left. Throws the ball to CeeDee Lamb, and that is intercepted by Darnell Sallins. He's going down the field. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Oh, he has a convoy. He's going in. 64-yard touchdown, Green Bay Packers.
Tiger uppercut.
27-0.
27 zip. 0 zip zilch nada nothing. NUETHYON. Braylon, that's for you. Nothing.
And even though the Cowboys scored,
and then there's the
even though the Cowboys scored at the end of the first half.
What was that one?
Oh, that was a GMC commercial who popped up on my computer.
Oh, okay.
GMC commercial. Even though the Cowboys scored before the half,
and they
just knew the game was over.
And
after that pick six, the game was dead.
Listen, they shouldn't have scored in the first half, but they let a false start go. I am inclined to think that the referees felt. Never mind. Go on.
27-7 at half. And the only person who motivated the entire world for the Dallas Cowboys
was Jimmy Johnson at the half.
Jimmy Johnson, who, by the way, was in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
Not in Dallas. Los Angeles.
He wasn't in Dallas.
He was in Los Angeles.
He wasn't in Arlington. He was in Los Angeles.
A fiery speech that the entire world heard, but I don't think resonated with the Cowboys.
Minus the cuss words.
And guess what? You come out in the second half, you got a field goal. Okay, you're down 17. Got plenty of game left. Okay? We've seen stuff happen before in the NFL.
Yeah.
Green Bay said, nah, homie. 5 plays, 75 yards, a touchdown.
And that delivered another
Tiger uppercut.
Oh, can I use this one? Can I use this one? The Packers the 7 seed basically said to the 2 seed,
I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
So pretty much you had a scoring field on both sides, which doesn't help Dallas whatsoever in the second half.
Nope.
So the score might say 48-32,
but it was truly
48-16.
48-16. Because all the empty yards the Cowboys got in the fourth quarter were just that. M&T. That's for Gracie, my little granddaughter.
But Jordan Love is the lucky one, right? But if I recall, you put Jimmy Johnson in the ring on him, which you should have done years ago.
Should have done
Everybody's
that.
Like, oh, the curse is lifted. Jimmy's in, the curse is lifted. We're going all the way.
Home.
You got the second seed. You're one NFC East. Oh, he's looking real good for that. You got home playoff games this time.
They backdoored into the NFC East, but those are my thoughts. They'll come later.
And Jordan Love in his first playoff start to smack y'all in the goddamn mouth. Hey, DeMarcus Lawrence. What was that you said? When you got somebody down, you punch him again, and you punch him again? Green Bay never stopped punching. So how you feel now, DeMarcus Lawrence? You know what? No, I'm gonna take a stand from Shannon Sharp. He said it yesterday and it took me out.
Mm-hmm. And he said, wait. I gotta get the right button up here. And thank you, Cole, for all the buttons. Shannon Sharp said, quote,
"You can't bust a grape in a fruit fight."
Close.
And then he was talking about the Dallas Cowboys when he said that line too yesterday. You can't bust a group in a fruit fight. Took me out.
Woo! What's up, Rising Rhino? Good to have you with us. Hey, if y'all want good coverage of the Australian Open, check out Rising Rhino's channel. He does the late night stuff. Go on, Playmaker.
Yet again.
Yep.
Another year, another failure of America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. It's just like the great Stephen A. Smith said, you can't make this stuff up.
You can't. And if you're a Cowboy fan, which Victor is, you gotta think this.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
And while we're talking Stephen A. Smith, I may as well let them all loose. The Green Bay Pack. Since we're having fun here, are you done? Are you done frying people? Or are you still?
I'm done. I'm done.
You're done. Okay.
I don't have time to spend talking about the Cowboys.
Fair enough.
I got that out the way. Okay.
Now he ought to know better than that.
Every Cowboy fan right now is saying,
"Ooh, I'm dying."
Okay.
Now I want to take a break. Let the sad tears go, because when we come back, we're gonna go to some happy tears. Even at my own dismay.
Even at your own dismay?
Even at my own dismay.
This I gotta hear. Back in a minute.
Everything Boston. I love you morons. New Kids from the Block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason.
Ready to hang with some fellas who know football? Let's ride. LC Muscles 28.
I think they're the most overrated defense in the league.
Steel Sermon.
We did not trail for a single second.
Tiny Tim.
McCarthy is a bonehead.
A Pizzle 90.
I'm going with my boys. Fins up, baby.
Get ready for the Four Horsemen of Pick'ems. Every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central on YouTube. Poppy J.
You got the option to cry for the government. You got the option to protest. You got the option to keep buying. But this is also an option.
Wise El Jefe.
We're the first tech geeks. We're the first gamers. We're the first everything. Everything. Like Gen X's, we are the ones.
BS3 Network proudly presents the crew from the New York boroughs who never wants that smoke. Nah, they want that fire. Poppy J and Wise El Jefe. Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Welcome back. This portion is presented by Invader Coffee. Go to invadercoffee.com, make your order, use the code Snowman, and you get 15% off of said order. Invadercoffee.com. Fuel for the fearless. Okay, now you said you were going to do some happy tears at your own expense?
Yep.
How?
Ladies and gentlemen, there was a game that took place up in Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah. Yep.
It's the first home playoff game in such a city in 30 years. We're talking 3 decades.
3 decades plus.
We talking Barry Sanders decade. That's how far back we're going. The number 3 seed, the Detroit Lions, hosted the 6th seed Los Angeles Rams. The storyline and the reason why it was game of the week is one Matthew Stafford returning to where it all began for him. He was drafted number 1 overall by the Detroit Lions back in 2009.
Yep.
Played 12 years there, gave Detroit everything he could. Even playing through some pretty bad injuries.
Gruesome injuries.
Tucked it out and tried to do whatever he could for that city of Detroit.
He sure did.
Got him to the playoffs 3 times. Failed all 3, even though we know one shouldn't have been one. But I already talked about that team already, so I need to revisit that one.
Oh, is that the infamous pick up the pass interference thing?
Yeah, that would be that one.
That's all I need to know. Go on.
Oh, put a pin in that. He just did some foreshadowing on you on that one.
Pin is inserted.
But the Detroit Lions hosted the Los Angeles Rams. Matthew Stafford versus Jericho, both quarterbacks. The first time, by the way. 2 quarterbacks in the same game going against their former team. First time ever. Story is Jericho. The main story was about Matthew Stafford returning to Detroit, but when you talk to Jericho got cast away because the Rams said we can't win the Super Bowl with Jericho. We want Matthew Stafford because we're trying to win the Super Bowl. Year 1, what did the Rams do with Matthew Stafford?
They went to the Super Bowl and won. Hosted it,
played in it, and won it. You can't ask for a better one, okay? So guess what? The Rams side, job accomplished.
Correctamundo.
Detroit, on the other hand, we shall see. Jericho improved. Terrible year 1, improved in year 2. Did everybody on this show a favor, outside of me, by knocking out Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers out the playoffs.
It's Aaron Rodgers. Who cares?
Now I said that's why you say did everybody on this show a favor. That's what y'all wanted. Y'all didn't want A-Rod in the playoffs.
Aaron Rodgers sucks. Move on.
Then we get to this year. First division title in said 30 years.
Yeah.
12-5.
Mm-hmm.
What was going to happen? Hey, Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff had themselves a duel. Okay.
They sure did.
They had themselves a duel.
Mm-hmm.
And it was on Sunday Night Football. The NFL told you what was the game of the week, by the way, if you paid attention to when they released the schedule. The NFL told you what game it was to watch. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Jared Goff, 22 for 27, 277, a touchdown. Was sacked 3 times. Didn't turn the ball over.
Mm-hmm.
Circle that. No turnovers. Circle that.
Yeah. Circle.
Matthew Stafford, 25 for 36, 367, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers, sacked twice.
Did you say 367?
367.
367. That's what I thought you said. Okay.
367.
Mm-hmm.
They had a duel. They were going back and forth.
Yep.
Running game for both sides wasn't really what you would thought it would be. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So we get to the point where the Rams are 0 for 3 in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
The Detroit Lions, they were 3 for 3 in the red zone. And we talking touchdowns. The Rams 3 field goals, the Lions put in 3 touchdowns.
Therein lies your difference.
But it's a 1-point game.
Mm-hmm.
The Detroit Lions has a decision to make. Because it's over 4 minutes to go.
Uh-huh.
And what does Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson do? They look to Jared Goff and say, Jared Goff,
get us a first down.
Here's your moment, sir.
Get us a first down.
You get us a first down, you win this game.
Yep. Get us a first down, and the game is over.
And who does he hit? His all-pro, deservingly wide receiver,
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
First down, Detroit. Rams have no timeouts.
Game, set, match.
Instead of putting the ball in Matthew Stafford's hand, because if Matthew Stafford would have got that ball back, The entire building, matter of fact, the entire city of Detroit would have collapsed.
No, they'd have been fine. They'd have been fine because they would have gotten a stop. Even though the Rams were hot, they were hotter than a sheriff's pistol. Thank you, Jack Buck, for that one.
This whole city of Detroit would have collapsed because guess what? They had the man for 12 years. They know what the man does in the fourth quarter when it's crunch time.
I'm sorry, y'all didn't hear that.
We're talking about the guy who has the most game-winning drives in NFL history, Matthew Stafford. And I think they played into the call by Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell. I think they know that. So they say, you know what? Let's not give Matthew Stafford another opportunity here. And I got to give Dan Campbell a lot of credit. He wasn't reckless in Sunday night's game. There was no crazy going for it on fourth down on your own side of the field. No fake punts. He went with the flow of the game. He let the game dictate how he moved. This is what you should do as the head coach in the playoff game. Dan Campbell, you get all the credit in the world, sir. Jared Goff, you get all the credit in the world because guess what? You didn't make that one mistake that everybody was looking forward to. Everybody was looking for you to make that one mistake. You never made it. You stayed poised. You stayed confident. You didn't rush. You hit the target where you need to hit the target at. Give Detroit credit. Congratulations. You have won your first playoff game in 3 decades. Deservingly so. Deservingly so. I'm not like other people. And I know, and they know who I'm talking about. Because Mr. Snowman?
Yes, sir.
I'm pretty sure you're one of those people too on this particular point. Because the last time the Rams had the ball, it was 3rd and 10. And no, it was 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15, we had a big sack. And there was a guy that was killing Detroit. Just murdering Detroit.
Mr. Nakua. Mr. Nakua.
People are upset because the officials, once again, let a play happen. And where people's eye, there was an obvious call that should have been made.
It should have been made. I'm saying it. It should have been made.
Me, on the other hand, I'm either way with it. Hey, they ain't call it. I'm cool. It's fine. Could they have called it? Yes. I'm cool. Because guess what? Defense was playing better in the second half. After straighter in the first half. Good gracious.
Yep. They were getting shredded. They were getting absolutely shredded.
Okay. I'm not gonna make no excuses. I'm congratulating Detroit. They earned that W.
They sure did.
Because like I said, I think Dan Campbell knew. Do I really want to get the ball back to Matthew Stafford here? Where he's the most clutch quarterback in NFL history. And we were only down 1. Ain't like we're down a touchdown. We only down 1 point.
Down a point.
They'll go beat you too. Dan Campbell said, I ain't taking that chance.
And it's like you said, do you really want to give Matthew Stafford the ball back with only a 1 point deficit?
So Detroit, you get all the credit in the world. You won the game. I'm just letting you know what the other people are going to look at. They're going to look at them putting the core.
Yeah.
They're going to look at that. Me, I don't care. We were 0-3 in the red zone for touchdowns. We had to keep 3 field goals.
Therein lies your difference.
You turn one of those into a touchdown.
Game over.
Tampa Bay is hosting another playoff game. They happy about that, but they're not going to be happy facing the Rams.
Right. After what happened 2 years ago.
So, but putting the core though, oh my gosh. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all don't give Leslie the credit that he deserves. I'm gonna say it on Remy Talk too. Y'all don't give Leslie the credit he deserves. Remember, we haven't had a first round draft pick since 2016. That's when we drafted Jared Goff. Look what we have done since 2016 to now. Cooper Kupp was a 3rd-round pick. Triple Crown Cup wide receiver, Super Bowl MVP. Kerryon Williams, 2nd-round pick out of Notre Dame 2 years ago. After the bye week, he had darn it as many rushing yards as Christian McCaffrey in the second half of the season.
I'm sorry. What was that name?
Kerryon Williams.
No, the other name.
Oh, Christian McCaffrey.
That's the name I needed.
Christian McCaffrey. Come on, man. You know I ain't stupid. Like we're talking about a 2nd-year pro running for just about as much yards as Christian McCaffrey. Puka Nacua, 5th-round pick.
5th-round pick. Yep.
Set records
for
most by a rookie wide receiver. That's just the name that you do know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you some names that you don't know that was taken off too.
Tutu Atwell.
Kobe Turner, Ricky from Wake Forest.
Oh, I was looking at Tutu Atwell.
Tied the franchise sack record for a rookie. And guess who he tied it with? Mr. 99 himself.
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald with 9. Guess who's right behind both of them? Brian Young, Ricky from Tennessee. He had 8 this year. So if you're looking for me to be down or hurt, sad, no.
No. You got no reason.
A lot of y'all didn't expect the Rams to even be close to the playoffs.
You got no reason to be down. You got no reason to be down because they're building something special in Los Angeles. I said that yesterday.
That's when you thought the Rams was going to go downhill. Sean McVay did his best job as his head coach. This is his best job. Because nobody was like, nah, they'll get 5 wins. They'll get 5 wins. They'll be somewhere in the top half of the draft picking.
What was the worst record they predicted them to have?
5-12, the same as we did last year.
5-12? Yeah, that's what I thought.
And by the way, they keep forgetting to mention that we had offensive line issues last year.
Yeah, big ones. Big ones.
We didn't have offensive line issues this year. You see the difference, right?
Big time. They kept Matthew Stafford upright. Hell, they kept Carson Wentz upright.
I know that hurt you.
I have to. Actually, it didn't. It didn't, and I'll tell you why. I knew Kyle Shanahan wasn't going to show the whole playbook. We had already clinched everything that we needed to clinch. First round bye.
I'll say a little part of you hate that because it is Carson Wentz.
Why would I hate that?
Because you don't like Carson Wentz. Just like you don't like Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers sucks. I can somewhat deal with Carson Wentz. Aaron Rodgers blows. All right? Aaron Rodgers has blown chunks since 2011. The only time he ever hoisted the Vince Lombardi trophy. What's he done since then? Not a thing. Thank you, Braylon, my 5-year-old grandson.
Right.
He always like taps me when I get ready to say a cuss word. So,
but hey, Sean McVay will be back. Matthew Stafford will be back. The only question is Aaron Donald. That's the only question.
You think he'll be back?
He might. I don't know.
Do you think he'll be back? Seriously.
I think he probably give it one more year. I think he'll give it one more
and
year.
It would be
because now that young defense got this much exposure.
Yeah.
With a playoff game.
It would be what? Year number 11?
Yeah.
For Aaron?
Year 11.
Year 11.
But this young defense got all this playing time.
Remind me of where he played college ball, please.
Pitt.
Pittsburgh. Okay. I wanted to be sure I heard that right.
Yeah, Pitt. Came from Pitt.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this young defense, they got a lot of playing time. They played a lot of games. And guess what? They outdid expectations.
They learned on the fly. They absolutely learned on the fly.
So now you got to sit there. If Aaron Donald do come back, do you still want to double and triple Aaron Donald? No, you got Kobe Turner who can get to the quarterback too, and then Brian Young from the outside can get to the quarterback. This team is gonna get better.
Yeah, they are.
So
yeah, they
well,
are.
congratulations, Detroit. You earned it.
They'll be right in the thick of
Detroit. You earned
the NFC West. They'll be right in the thick of the NFC West race.
All the fans that was crying, you deserve to cry because you suffered 30 years of devastation after devastation after devastation after devastation.
Last time,
even y'all had the moments where like, can we really do this? Because y'all was like, please don't let this moment please don't take this moment from us. Please don't take.
Right.
I know y'all do. Please don't take this moment for us. Please don't take this moment for us.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
Your head coach said they ain't gonna take it for us because we're gonna keep it.
And they kept it.
And they kept it.
And they kept
Detroit. You earned it.
Well, with that out of the way, the second hour is mine, or at least it's going to start that way. When we come back, my thoughts on three teams, one in particular in the NFC East. And I'm going to make a whole bunch of people mad at me. I'm going to make them laugh at the same time. Second half of Snowman in the Morning, back after this.
Where did the time go? I don't know how I got here.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
He was only 58 years old when he passed away. That outcome could have been different.
Colorado happens to be one of the worst states for radon levels.
It's in our ground, and it seeps up.
The more you breathe radon, the more chance you have of DNA being hit and the cell mutated. The EPA estimates 22,000 lung cancer deaths a year caused by radon.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun.
Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just...
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
We're back. Second half of Snowman in the Morning is here on this Taco Tuesday. I'm sorry, I had to say it. And it's presented in part by Fanatics. Looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Log on to snowmanmultimedia.com and /fanatics and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats, accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimedia.com /fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything. And tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time, I got something that I have been hemming and hawing about. Thank you, Jody, for that phrase. About should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. It is Wisconsin at Iowa in women's basketball. Yes, I will have the great Caitlin Clark. I will have coverage of the great Caitlin Clark and the #2 Iowa Hawkeyes as they face off against Wisconsin, looking to keep their winning streak alive. It'll come to you at 9 p.m. Our pregame starts at 8:30, and it's presented by BetUS.com. Okay.
You can go back to the Fanatics leave that song. You ain't been there yet, okay?
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah.
Be happy if you didn't, but do what you want. I've already gotten it from everywhere. The national anthem. Oh, boy. Okay, Victor. As much as it's going to hurt my ears, your wish is my command.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still involved? Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still involved? Y'all usually check on me.
No,
Listen. I'm still involved.
I can't do it. I can't do it. But I can do this.
We gotta pause that.
Now then. Time for me to fillet some people.
Go ahead.
Now, I said a statement at the top of the program when I first welcomed the Playmaker, and I stand by said statement. There are 3 teams which I believe quit. They absolutely quit. Those 3 teams were the Dallas Cowboys, the Miami Dolphins, and the Philadelphia Eagles. Let me start with the Miami Dolphins. And Pizzle, I know you're going to yell at me, but I'd rather speak ye the truth and shame the devil. It goes like this. The Miami Dolphins crashed and burned after they laid 70 points on the Denver Broncos. Give me this dog on camera. It's kind of hard to keep up that pace when all you have is speed and you have no power. When you mismanage and misuse your running game. You got 2 capable running backs. And you didn't use them well. Okay? Both of them who I love. Salvon Ahmed, Raheem Mostert. Should have used them more.
I'm looking at this correctly. You're talking combined 14 carries for 42 yards?
Yep. But I'm not going to lay everything at the foot of a missing running game. I'm going to lay everything at the foot of Tua Tagovailoa. I said something last year, which a lot of people called me crazy for, but if you happen to watch and if you happen to look and if you happen to, I don't know, pay attention, you'll see every statement that I said was absolutely true. Tua, you should have walked away when you had a chance. Not many people survive 3 concussions within a 14-week span and continue to perform at the highest level. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying a lot of your ability was taken away from those blows.
He survived the season. I don't even think he got hurt this season.
He should have walked away at first opportunity. And I'm not talking about just for football. I'm talking about for life. Because who's to say within the next year or two he won't take another solid shot?
Hey, the man wants to play football. Okay.
He should. I will stay with my statement. He should have walked away. Should have walked away when you had the chance.
Bronny James playing basketball. DeMar Hamlin's still playing
and
football.
He sucks. More on that tomorrow. And he blows.
DeMar
All right.
Hamlin's still playing football, so
I stand by my statement. You should have walked when you had a chance, Tua. Because believe me, there's going to come a time when you're going to take one hit too many. Your head's going to go El Smacko. And that is going to be the end of that. That is going to be the end of your career. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say something that's really going to hurt Dolphin fans. You shouldn't have drafted Tua in the first place. Give you a 2-word reason: glass hips. Which I put at the feet of Nick Saban. Why'd you have your quarterback in that game, in that situation when you're up 28 points? But that's neither here nor there. Tua, you should have walked away when you had a chance. And I'll put this at the foot of another person. His name is Mike McDaniel. Riddle me this. Why didn't you have any depth on your offensive line? Riddle me this. Why didn't you have any depth in your backfield? Riddle me this. Why didn't you have any depth at the wide receiver core, knowing you were going to lose, knowing you could possibly lose Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill for an extended length of time? You messed up, Mike McDaniel. You messed up, Tua Tagovailoa. Because you had 2 good weapons that you needed to use the second half of the year, and you didn't use them. One of them wore number 31. Game where the Dolphins season went south during the second half of the year, and that was the choke job against the Houston Oilers, the Tennessee Titans. You're up 13 points with less than 4 minutes remaining, and you stopped playing. You allowed Will Levis to become a first-round draft pick. You allowed Will freaking Levis, to actually play like a quarterback, to actually play like a superstar, to actually rally his team in less than 4 minutes to 2 touchdowns. To actually figure out, hey, I got a damn good running back here in Derrick Henry. Why don't I use him? And the fact that they didn't use him often led to Mike Vrabel getting canned. But that game right there sent the Dolphins sideways and sent the Dolphins season south. Period.
And Buffalo's north.
And you know what? You had 3 shots, Miami, to clinch the AFC East division, and you blew them all. You even had, even though that you were going through hell in a handbasket. Forgive me, quarter in the swear jar. You were going through hell in a handbasket. Another quarter. I gotta get a soundboard. You hear coins. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me do it this way. You were going through hell in a handbasket, Miami. And you didn't stop the avalanche. You even had a winner-take-all in your house with an 11-point lead. And awful. Flat out awful. And then we get to the playoff game in Kansas City. As my partner, the Playmaker, said so eloquently, you're taking a team that's used to 75-degree weather and you're putting them in -7. And that was at kickoff. That was at kickoff. Okay? So what did you think was going to happen? Exactly what the Playmaker described so eloquently earlier this morning. They were fried, filleted, and finished when they stepped on the field at Arrowhead Stadium.
You say fried, I say frozen Dolphins.
Oh, they were frozen, then they became fried. They were fried, filleted, and finito in the cold. Okay? Miami, you got a lot of problems to fix. Not saying you don't have the pieces to fix them, because you do. But until you get some depth up front and your originals come back in one piece, you're going to be stuck chasing the Buffalo Bills every single year for the AFC East Division as long as you don't deal with an issue we like to call depth, or in your case, lack thereof. Get up. I'll save the obvious low-hanging fruit for last. When we come back, I'll explain to you how the Dallas Cowboys quit. And I know a certain person that's a Cowboy fan that ain't going to like it. We'll also take a spin into the Fanatics feedback zone when y'all get back.
Everything Boston. I love you morons. New Kids on the Block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason Whitlock.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crown they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Ready to hang with some fellas who know football? Let's ride. LC Muscles 28.
I think they're the most overrated defense in the league.
Steel Sermon.
We did not trail for a single second.
Tiny Tim.
McCarthy is a bonehead.
A Pizzle 90.
I'm going with my boys. Fins up, baby.
Get ready for the Four Horsemen of Pick'ems. Every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central on YouTube.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Doggone button. Welcome back. Snowman in the Morning continues on this Tuesday with the Playmaker.
I have a call to action.
A call to action. Okay, what?
I have a call to action. But we can do it. We can do it at the end.
What's your call to action?
Oh, it involves your team. That's my call to action.
Well, say it.
Oh, okay. You want to do it now?
Yes.
All right. May I have the camera?
All yours.
And trust me, Snowman's going to cut this. I know it. Kyle Shanahan. San Francisco 49ers.
Yes.
You have no excuses now.
Oh, I knew we were going to work this in. I want it. Go.
You have no excuses now. Okay? Now, granted, you probably wanted to face a Philadelphia Eagles team that make up for what happened last year. Maybe you wanted to face a Los Angeles Rams team going into the NFC Championship game because it happened 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
All understandable, but guess what? Dallas is gone. Philly is gone.
It's gone.
The Rams are gone.
Gone.
The three teams that people would give the opportunity to go head-to-head with you are all out.
All gone.
There's no excuses.
Including the number 2 seed.
There's no excuses. You got Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers coming to your house. You treat Jordan Love like you treated Aaron Rodgers. You made Aaron Rodgers look stupid every time you paid him in the playoffs. So you get no excuses this week.
Would you repeat that again, please? I need everyone in the Niner gang to hear it. Say that again, please.
When Jordan Love comes into Santa Clara, you treat him like you treated Aaron Rodgers. That's what you do to him. You treat him like he's Aaron Rodgers because that's who he succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
And you made Aaron Rodgers look terrible. Even when you had to go to Lambeau Field and it was snowing. And y'all from California, y'all ain't know what snow look like.
Actually,
but you still made Aaron Rodgers look terrible in his own building. You do the same thing to Jordan Love this weekend.
Yes.
Don't be fooled by what the Bucs did last night to the Philadelphia Eagles. That defense is nowhere near as good as they looked last night.
True.
Tampa Bay ain't gonna want to see y'all. Y'all healthy too? No. Detroit, y'all played Jared Goff plenty of times. Y'all know what to do to Jared Goff. Yeah, that guy, an all-pro who should be a Pro Bowler, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Y'all know what to do to Jared Goff. If any team can do to Jared Goff what they need to be done, it's the San Francisco 49ers. And notice, I'm not saying that team in Northern California. I'm not saying that team in Santa Clara. I'm calling you by your goddamn name. This is a call to action.
Okay.
Y'all been complaining for the past 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
You have no excuses now, Kyle Shanahan.
None.
Super Bowl or bust is on the 49ers officially right now.
Mm-hmm. The watch is
There's
on.
no team left in the NFC that can hang with the 49ers. That includes the Detroit Lions. I'm sorry, Raylan. I'm sorry, Don. But if I'm being truthfully, Detroit cannot hang with San Francisco. We see what Matthew Stafford just did to that defense.
And the best
San
part,
Fran got more weapons than the Rams.
And the best part, they're healthy. They're getting a lot of reinforcements back.
Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle.
Mm-hmm.
And then whenever Kyle Shanahan wants to work him into the offense, Jennings.
Yep. Brandon Jennings, Jawan Jennings. Why did I say Brandon Jennings? I got basketball on the brain. Jawan Jennings out of Tennessee.
No excuses, man.
Why did I say Brandon Jennings? I'm sorry. Go on.
No excuses. This is y'all moment.
This is our year.
Y'all moment. This is y'all
And I've
year.
never uttered, and listen, I'm saying this is our year, and I haven't uttered those words in many a moon. I'm saying them now.
Y'all cannot go no less than Vegas now. You have to be in Vegas.
We must see the Baltimore Ravens in Vegas.
And this is coming from a Rams fan who don't even like the 49ers. But y'all have no excuses now. The three teams that people would give the chance to actually beat y'all are all out. All out. You playing a young Green Bay team. You have an inexperienced Lions team who is sniffing playoff action for the first time, and we just talked about it in how long.
Yeah.
And we talking Baker Mayfield and Tom Bay Buccaneers. We ain't talking Tom Brady. We talking Baker.
Nope.
No offense to Baker Mayfield, but you're not Tom Brady.
Right.
You haven't reached the mountaintop ever. Not in college, not in the NFL. You have never reached the mountaintop.
Mm-mm.
You have never reached the mountaintop. So I can't even.
Came close, but didn't get there.
So San Fran, do Snowman a favor. Do Niner game a favor. Do your freaking job. Get your butt to Las Vegas. Then depending on who you playing in the Super Bowl, we'll judge from there.
Yes.
But for right now, you better get to Vegas. Because if you don't get to Vegas, there's going to be some serious. We talking about the Cowboys got questions. We talking about the Eagles got questions. If the 49ers don't get to Vegas, it's going to be some questions that need to be asked.
Oh, yeah.
About the organization.
Mm-hmm. And the people in it. And I'll be the first one to ask them.
And this is coming from a Los Angeles Rams fan telling you this.
I'll be the first one to. I'll be the first one to ask them. I will be the first one to ask them. All gas, no brakes. The running game is superior. The passing game is superior. Offensive line is healthy. Defensive line is healthy. And the biggest thing, we got Eric Armstead back. Eric Armstead is ready to go for the divisional playoffs Saturday night. And yes, I will be covering that. Matter of fact, I'm doing both games on Saturday. I will cover the Ravens game and I will cover the 49ers game. Although that may change given the fact there's a beautiful lady whom I'm married to that will tell me to only do one. So if she only tells me to do one, then of course you know which one I'm going to do. All right.
I just had to get that in there.
Let me let me piggyback off of that. Give me this camera. No excuses now, San Francisco. No excuses. Cowboys are gone. Rams are gone. Eagles are gone, although you would have pounded all of them into the dirt. You have no reason not to pound Jordan Love into the dirt. You have no reason not to pound Jared Goff into the dirt. And you're healthy. Because in lieu of saying it the way I want to say it and the way I said it to my wife this morning, you were beat up for the last 9 weeks of the season. We didn't have Eric Armstead the last 5 weeks, and we were still getting multiple sacks per game on the defensive line. Excuse me. There is no excuse now for the San Francisco 49ers not to be in Las Vegas on February 11th. And should that be the case, and I get a travel sponsor in the nick of time, we're going to. There. San Francisco hosts Green Bay Saturday night, 8 p.m. Our pregame will start at 7:30. Now, I have another team to fry. And
you ain't fired them yesterday?
No. Because they played yesterday.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay.
I know what team we're talking about.
So I will hit the lowest of the lowest hanging fruit to close the show.
Cool McCain, I'm so sorry, sir.
I am sorry. I apologize to Mr. McCain also. But Philadelphia Eagles, sit down. And now, as I often say, give me this camera. Y'all quit last night. No, change that. Y'all quit after you got beat to hell. Wait, damn. 2 of them, 3 of them. Into the swear jar. And you may as well make a 4th one, and I'm going to say it again. Y'all quit after you got beat to hell by the San Francisco 49ers. That was the game that set the Eagles season adrift. And from that game on, you saw an Eagles team that was battered, bruised, and confused. They were misused, abused, and defused. And this is an Eagles team coming off of a Super Bowl appearance, and we're 2.5 minutes away from winning the doggone thing, or at least forcing overtime. If you really want to put it into a full perspective, the Eagles season was set adrift February 12th last year. I'm talking about Super Bowl 57. This Eagles team had a 10-point lead at halftime in the biggest game of the year, and you blew it. Period.
They did start 10-1 though.
They blew it.
No, I'm talking about this shit. They did start 10-1 though. So.
Look at how they won. Look at how they won. I mean, granted, you play the teams that are in front of you. I always say that. I always will stick to that. Being a sports journalist and a sports commentator of 30 years, I beg your pardon. Secondly, you get the job done. Whether if it's a 3-point game or a 30-point game, you get the job done. But something was off with this Eagles team all year, because the teams they were blowing to smithereens, they were barely escaping. They were blowing teams to smithereens last year, and you let Shane Steichen go, name escaped me for a moment, and then your offense looks like this.
Let's talk about Jonathan Gannon leaving for Arizona, and look what the defense looked like.
There, and I won't say the words.
Do y'all know how to tackle? Matter of fact, Niners game put a perfect thing up in the comments. He said,
"Oh wait a minute! Wait! Who made the comment?
Niner game.
Eagles were out there tackling like the Dolphins in -30, and this game was in Florida. Yeah. No lie to be found.
2 of Baker Mayfield's 3 touchdowns was due to the fact that the Eagles just didn't tackle.
James Bradbury. Freaking Bradbury.
And it went like it was Mike Evans or Chris Godwin.
Nope.
We talking.
Or Cade Otton.
We talking David Moore. We're talking
a rookie.
Trey
Palmer. With that 56-yard touchdown.
That's why I'm gonna say y'all put this
James Bradbury.
As much as this man has watched Philly sports, especially Philly football, when have you ever heard to the Philadelphia Eagles or their fan base that the Eagles just don't know how to tackle all of a sudden?
Which is part of the reason I said the statement that I said. They quit. Cool McCain has said it all year. This is not the same Eagles team. This is not the same dominant Eagles team. Again, 2 concessions. You play the team that's in front of you, you get the job done no matter what. You get the job done no matter what. I will make those 2 concessions, and I will continue to make those 2 concessions because there are some games with the 49ers this year that they had no business winning. Week 2, Los Angeles. Week 2, Los Angeles.
Continue on, sir.
What's the truth? We shouldn't have beat you guys in Los Angeles, but we did.
I had to say continue. That's all I said. My season's done, so.
Philadelphia, to the Philadelphia Eagles organization, to the players, the coaches, especially, how does Cole say it, Nick Sirianni, you got exactly what you deserve. You got exactly what you deserve, which was a punch in the mouth and a kick in the gut and a ram and a foot put in your ass several times. You realize the only game that Philadelphia won during the second half of the season was Christmas night, and they nearly lost that one.
And then turned around in week 18 and got blown out by that same team.
Got blown to smithereens by the Giants. Got blown to smithereens by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But it all started for me. Not even all year. It all started when they let the Buffalo Bills come all the way back and take them to overtime. You're talking about a Buffalo Bills team that was in disarray, that was in danger of missing the playoffs, that were sitting at the number 9 seed at the time. And you let Josh Allen turn into Superman, and you barely escaped that game. 37-34. And I borrow from Cool McCain, and I'm paraphrasing here. Everybody in Eagles Nation is so excited about the Eagles winning and starting 10-1. Have you seen this team play? Have you seen how they play? Have you seen them play the way that they have? Have you seen the offensive line that suddenly became a sieve? Have you seen the defensive line that kept running into brick walls? This is against Buffalo. And then 1 week later, every Eagle fan I know was chirping at me because they thought, okay, so you got Brock Purdy healthy. We're going to do to you again what we did to you in the NFC Championship. Did you take a look at the score then? The game was over after San Francisco took the lead. The game was over when Brandon Ayuk caught a touchdown in the second quarter in the back of the end zone. It got worse when Christian McCaffrey walked in on this Eagle defense. Walked in. And then 2 missed tackles led to touchdowns. The 48-yarder to Deebo Samuel and the 22-yarder to Jawan Jennings. And Jawan Jennings threw his defender out of the way. Threw him out of bounds, walked into the end zone. That is when the dam burst for the Philadelphia Eagles. And
can I go a step further?
Looked horrible.
Can I go a step further?
Please.
Just with my music, if I remember correctly, Call of Duty Murray walked into that same building.
Week 17.
In the South Philadelphia. Lincoln Financial Field. And beat you after trailing 21-6 at half.
Oh, you can. Call of Duty Murray. That's Kyler Murray for those of you scoring at home. Came back from 21-6 down, and James Conner stuck his head in the end zone and essentially lost the number 1 seed possibility. Matter of fact, that loss clinched it for San Francisco, who beat up the Washington Redskins earlier. You got a lot to fix, Philadelphia. Everybody's calling for Nick Sirianni's
surprisingly.
Everybody's calling for Nick Sirianni's head, and I don't blame them. Brian Johnson, you are not an offensive coordinator. You need to be thrown into the sun and not sent back. Why don't you get a real offensive coordinator to maximize the talent you have on this team? Losing A.J. Brown did not help your cause. Maybe you need to get a coach in here that actually knows football. And to echo the words of my good buddy David Kaplan back home in Chicago, get some football people in there. Fix this doggone thing. But if you're happy with the way your season turned out, more power to you. You just won't get far in the playoffs each and every year until you decide to take a chance and do a clean sweep. Get up. I got one more to do, and it's the lowest hanging fruit on the totem pole. And I'm going to have fun doing it. And Victor, my friend, my dearest friend, I'll have more than unrelenting glee when I break this.
You ain't eviscerate them yesterday?
Huh?
You ain't eviscerate them yesterday?
I didn't eviscerate them yesterday.
I mean, you had 2 hours to yourself.
No, but I didn't eviscerate them yesterday.
Think what you were doing then?
Warming up.
We'll be back.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
Everything Boston. I love you, you morons. New Kids on the Block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason.
Ready to hang with some fellas who know football? Let's ride. LC Muscles 28.
I think they're the most overrated defense in the league.
Steel Sermon.
We did not trail for a single second.
Tiny Tim.
McCarthy is a bonehead.
A Pizzle 90.
I'm going with my boys. Fins up, baby.
Get ready for the Four Horsemen of Pick'ems. Every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central on YouTube. Poppy J.
You got the option to cry for the government. You got the option to protest. You got the option to keep buying. But this is also an option.
Wise El Jefe.
We're the first tech geeks. We're the first gamers. We're the first everything. Everything. Like Gen X's, we are the ones.
BS3 Network proudly presents the crew from the New York boroughs who never wants that smoke. Nah, they want that fire. Poppy J and Wise El Jefe, Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Down the stretch we come on this Tuesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Let's see. Something happened Sunday. I'm picturing AT&T Stadium. I'm picturing Jordan Love, and oh yeah, he handed the Cowboys one of these. Now, a lot of people are going to ask, didn't you do this already? No, not the way I wanted to. And the way I'm going to do it now, we start with a selection from the Wonderbird Choir entitled, Cowboy Fans, It'll Never Be Your Year. That was the extended version.
The following fluent presentation is brought to you by Snowman in the Morning. If you're a Cowboy fan, view at your own displeasure.
How did that go again? Do it again. Do it again.
The following program is brought to you by Snowman in the Morning. This viewing presentation is brought to you by Snowman in the Morning. If you're a Cowboy fan, please watch at your own discretion.
I throw that in there because I already know what this is at, and I already got mine in, so I'm just going.
Did you actually think, Cowboy fans, that you were going to beat the Packers? Bishop Bullwinkle, please answer that.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no.
You
might as well throw that in. You might as well throw me in there too because I beat the Cowboys.
Why?
You were playing the Packers. I ain't had no faith on the Packers.
What the hell were you thinking? Oops.
I ain't had no faith on the Packers. It was an
Hold on a minute. Okay. I may as well throw another one in there now. What the hell were you thinking? You picked the Cowboys? Why?
Why not? They at home where they're dominant at. They're playing a Packers team that Tommy DeVito picked apart the Packers defense. Tommy DeVito.
And
Bryce Young.
And
everything.
And you know what Jordan Love did to the Cowboys season?
Just when I thought Snowman couldn't get no lawyer, he went low.
What?
The game over of Sonic.
Well, if it's to the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the Dolphins.
You gonna mess around. You gonna drive Victor to drinking.
What?
And since Victor doesn't drink, I know I can't do that. But I know Victor, Sunday was saying
No.
And just when it couldn't get any worse, he kept screaming,
No.
And then the clock hit 000. The quote happened, and Victor's next thought was,
Stop the cap.
I need a. I need a stiff drink is what I need, but I can't even drink.
Victor, at what point during the game you took out the stopwatch? That's all I need to know. At what point of the game did you take out the stopwatch? That'll tell me everything I need to know.
Oh, I'll answer that question. There.
I don't think he waited till the end to take out the stopwatch.
He did. I can guarantee you he did. Because that's when he called me. That's when
30 minutes left in the game. Told you. He ain't wait till the end to take out the stopwatch. A minute and 30 left in the game. He took out the stopwatch. Told you. I knew he ain't wait till the end. I knew that part.
I tried. When the Packers marched down the field and stuck in the end zone, made it 7-0. What did you say the Ford drive was? 12 plays, 75 yards, 7.5 minutes? Over 7.5 minutes?
7 minutes and 52 seconds.
Was every Cowboy fan reaction. There's a button I want to play, but I can't because it has a bad word in it.
Actually, that soundbite she just played was every Cowboys. Because according to Stephen A. Smith, after the Packers scored, he seen shocked faces on the Cowboys' face.
If he does anything like he did a couple of years ago, when
because the camera crew for the game didn't give him the crowd view.
Oh man, that sucks. Let me think. Oh yeah, I take Victor and Dietz and Ben Sutter and King Dog out of this equation. Hey, Cowboy fans, did you actually think you were going to win? Me neither. I even shocked Playmaker. He said just when I couldn't get any lower. Why was that me playing at a low blow? Why? I think he froze. Lights went out. Okay. All right. Yeah, lights went out. So Victor didn't even wait until the end of the game. He waited till 90 seconds remained in the game till he took out the stopwatch. And then Victor got when the quote was delivered. You know, here is when you know, and I saw this clip. I didn't get a chance to snatch it down, but I'll have it tomorrow. Here is when you know things are bad for the Cowboys. When you hear Dak Prescott say the words false Shanahan as a play call. Shooting lights out today at 3 p.m. with Cole Johnson joining. That's a programming note for today. You know, it's kind of crazy to me. Live research here, and I'm sealing up schedules as we go along. I'll go back to the statement where I led off the program with, and I'll conclude with that statement. Looking at how the Cowboys played at home and on the road and in the playoff game, they quit. They quit. They came to Santa Clara, got beat in a submission. They went to Arizona, got beat in a submission. Now they were at home hosting Jordan Love and the Packers, the number 7 seed, and they got beat in a submission again. I said it wrong. They got beat in a submission again. They got beat into submission. You understand that? They got beat into submission. Period. And I said this about Philadelphia, I somewhat said this about Miami, though I do want to give them another year. I'll say this about the Cowboys because it needs to be said, and I've said it for 29 years. Until you make sweeping changes in the organization and actually get some football people in there and some football players in there, they're mediocre, and they will forever be mediocre. Let me ask you a question, Dallas. Did you really think when you drafted Dak Prescott that he would be the man to lead you to a Super Bowl victory? Did you actually think that? Because I'm going to say something that's going to hurt a lot of Cowboy fans, especially those within the Moronic Republic. If you actually thought that Dak Prescott would be your solution at quarterback, my next two words are the following. You fool! Oh, you didn't hear me? Let me say it again. If you actually thought that Dak Prescott would be the solution, my next two words are, you fool! Oh, let me say it again. You fool! And all you Cowboy fans need to be saying this. Got me up. And
stop the cap.
And a little Wonder Bread choir selection. And who actually thought they were going to do something in the playoffs against the Packers? I called for the Packers to win by at least 10 points. Why? Because I knew Dallas would... I got to do this for a laugh, and I know right now Victor is saying to me...
I don't remember asking you a thing.
Oh, but you did, Victor. You did. I had to mess with him. Sometimes I know Victor and Dietz and other Cowboy fans, the rational thinking ones, have to be thinking...
I'm getting too old for this.
They have to be. They have to be. To actually think that the Cowboys are going to do something this year. I will tell you why. The Dallas Cowboys will never, ever, ever compete for a conference championship, let alone a Super Bowl again. It's pretty simple. Lack of a running game. You misused Ezekiel Elliott. You paid him and then you misused him. You misused the daylights out of Tony Pollard. You brought in Deuce Vaughn. Don't use him. What are you going to do with the running back position? Maybe you can go old school and draft not only a running back, but a fullback. The teams that use a fullback are the number one seeds in their conference, the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers. They actually employ a fullback. They actually employ tight ends that can block. And damn, I wish Mark Andrews would be healthy. They actually employ people that want to play football. You heard what I said. I'll say it again. They actually employ people who want to play football. They actually employ that. And they actually employ an offensive line, which the Cowboys haven't had since 1995. Tuine, Newton, Giesick at center, Larry Allen, and Eric Williams. Actually, that 95 offensive line went Mark Tuine, Nate Newton, Derek Kennard at center from Nevada, Reno, Larry Allen out of Sonoma State, and Eric Williams out of Central State. Tuine out of Hawaii, Nate Newton out of Florida A&M. until you get a line like that can open some holes for a running back, and you actually get a running back that actually wants to play within this offense, all you'll be worried about is selling tickets and making money, and you won't even care about the product on the field. And yes, I'm saying that with as much disdain as I possibly can, because I went through it with the 49ers, I went through it with the Bulls, and I'm going through it right now with the Golden State Warriors. I've been through it. But the moronic Republic of Cowboy Nation, I'm so afraid to say Cowboy fans, and I don't want to bring them in along with the moronic Republic of Cowboy Nation, are so damn delusional. Oops. There. They're so delusional. They're so delusional that they think they can just roll their helmets out onto the field and actually think they can win. Really? Really? Thank you, Jody. Stop. Just, Michael.
Stop it. Get some help.
Dolomite.
Bitch, are you for real?
Red, finish us off.
Bitch, please.
And to the moronic Republic of Cowboy Nation and all of its members, until you actually get some people in there that want to play football and actually want to represent the star the right way.
Shut up, bitch.
Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. I am out of here with Wisconsin and Iowa tonight. Shooting lights out at 3 p.m. I'll pick up the feed on my YouTube channel. So long, everybody.